Oh, funny seeing you there. Hey, what's up? Today we're doing some news. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking about some news story. If you're a old-time fan of mine from like 10 years back, then you probably just got a tickle in your stomach. That's called excitement. Yes, because I don't talk about news that much anymore, but I'm doing it today, so let's just get into it. These are news stories, and the common theme in them is meth. Let's do it. Hey, what's up? Seidel police bust ice cream truck driver for meth. So this woman was allegedly driving around in this ice cream truck selling meth to people. I'm sorry, but ice cream trucks, they usually attract children like magnets. So you shouldn't be driving around in a child magnet selling meth. That's a bad idea. Apparently they don't think any meth was given to children. This was just kind of her cover, because when they went in, there was a bunch of meth in there and a bunch of melted ice cream. You couldn't even keep the ice cream cold for the children. I mean, this could have been a double grind for you. You could have been selling ice cream to children and slinging drugs on the side. In fact, if you actually had an ice cream truck with a ton of ice cream in it, and I'm not trying to help people break the law here, I'm just saying, if all that meth was under a pile of frozen ice cream, this might have been a different story. But I'm glad she got caught, because you shouldn't be driving around in an ice cream truck selling meth, alright? No. There's no way to sell that as a good business plan. Oh, and they also found 2 adorable puppies, and I think that's the happy part of this story, is that these 2 adorable puppies were rescued from their meth head owner. She was probably going to start selling ice cream, meth, and breeding puppies in that bus, to be honest. Every monk in Thai temple defrocked after testing positive for meth. That's right, an entire monastery was doing meth. What? Because that's the way to God, apparently. And they actually took every single monk out of this temple. They're out of the religion, so this temple now has no monks, which has kind of just scared the villagers. Because the villagers that live below this temple, they like to give offerings. It's their religion, right? Someone has basically come in and taken their religion away because their religion was doing meth. It's not cool. I mean, yeah, they should go, but they assured the village that they are sending new monks. New sober monks. That's right, monks 2.0. Apparently, though, meth is a huge problem in Thailand right now. Because apparently you can get a pill of meth for like 50 cents in Thailand. That's too cheap. Drugs should not be that cheap. They were listing like seizures that have happened with meth lately, and holy crap, some of these are huge. Listen to this. Last month, apparently Hong Kong made its biggest bust ever when they found 1.8 metric tons of meth. Liquid meth. Holy shit. That is a lot. That's like 2 elephants of meth. I don't know, how much does an elephant weigh? Maybe 1 elephant? Let me just do a little research on elephants here for a second. What is an elephant's average weight? Ooh, oh man, that's not even 1 elephant. The average weight of an elephant is 7 tons. So, I mean, if we're going to be using elephants as a measuring system, then that's like a quarter of an elephant. And then they also found 2 tons of meth on its way to Australia. There was another one in Mexico for 1.5 tons of meth. These are tons. That is a crazy amount. You gotta have balls the size of the moon to be making that much meth. Or let's not be sexist here, you must have ovaries the size of the sun to be making that much meth. Romantic interlude with 3 ends with 2 arrests in South Florida. Apparently a threesome was happening and it got all methed up. This couple started punching the third wheel, which was a female, and then as she was leaving the house, they threw a brick through her window. The brick was thrown through her car window as she was driving away from the worst sexual experience of her life. When you're trying to strengthen your relationship, a threesome is the best way to do it. No. Look, if you ever think, hey, oh my god, no. Okay. That's fine. Okay, I just realized my main mic was off. This time it wasn't a malfunction, it was my own stupid fault. I didn't turn the mic on, but I did have my backup mic on, so at this point in the video, the audio quality might get a little bit better, and it might have been a little worse before, but that's the reason, is my own stupidity. Of course, a video I was very excited to record, and the first 7 minutes of my recording is with worse audio. Whatever. At least I put the backup in. Okay? It could have been worse. A romantic interlude with 3 is probably the nicest way I've heard a threesome described. Look, if you're trying to save your relationship by having a threesome, you're going about it all the wrong way. It's not going to save your relationship. It's going to make it sloppy. It's going to make it much worse. You're much more likely to have a brick thrown at you than save your relationship. That's just my 2 cents on it. Hey, everybody wants to have one, but you gotta accept the consequences if you do. Which might be a brick through the window. Ancient sword of the Meth King, seized by Michigan police. Holy crap, that is some sort of arsenal. Honestly, I feel like everything could have been mounted better. Did you mount syringes? You mounted syringes on your wall, okay. It's like a shrine to your way of life. It's a pretty cool sword, though. That's the kind of sword that I feel like you could bring to a gunfight. And they'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna put the gun down. Now, everybody has been talking about this movie. You've probably seen it advertised now, Cocaine Bear, and I'm gonna see it. I haven't seen it yet, but I have to see this movie, especially since it's based on a true story. We'll see how based on a true story, but now I'm seeing this one everywhere, Meth Gator. Is this a real movie coming out? Is this gonna be the new trend of movies? Animals on drugs? Animals doing drugs and then turning into killers? That's the new trend? What's gonna be next? It's gonna be like crack, shark, you know, like some guys were on a boat fishing with crack, and then all of a sudden the shark comes up and eats the crack and turns into a crazy crackhead shark and just starts eating people. Honestly, now that I'm saying it out loud, I would see that movie too. What about like heroin birds? It's gonna be like Alfred Hitchcock's movie Birds, but even scarier because the birds will be on heroin. Although, from what I've seen, heroin just kind of makes you out of it and like loopy, so maybe not. Maybe the heroin birds won't really be that scary. This actually reminds me of a story, and I don't know if I've told this story before. I think I have retold a few stories, but anyway. I used to have an aunt who was so afraid, like an irrational fear of birds. So my dad decided to tell her that the movie Birds was a romantic comedy and she would love it. And then she watched the movie Birds, which, if you don't know, is about a bunch of birds killing people. Maybe it was just my dad's way of making her face her fears. I don't know. Probably not. Well, it didn't help. She didn't learn to not be afraid of birds. And let's just end with this one. Baby alligators, syringes of meth, and guns allegedly found during traffic stop. Deputies say they found multiple loaded syringes in Michael's jacket. The syringes tested positive for methamphetamine. Did the baby alligator test positive? Wait a minute, is this the saga of Meth Gator? Did this baby alligator grow up to be a hardcore meth head? Did this baby alligator grow up to be a meth menace to society? Maybe. I'd be more likely to see the movie if it was based on a true story. We all know there's meth gators in the sewers, alright? Yeah. They're like the Ninja Turtles. They're a bunch of mutated gators living in the sewers, except they don't come out to fight crime. They just stay in the sewers and do meth. Anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and Nova! 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 Made you look. Anyway, so that's the video, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Come up to your screen real quick. Let me get you. Test. Why is this mic not working? Come up to your screen real quick. Yeah, come here. Boop. Got you. No, but I didn't really want anything. I'm sorry. Sorry I made you look. You're so embarrassed now, aren't you?